Hi guys, Jared here, back again with a different console to take a look at. I talked a little bit about the Sega Saturn, which is awesome, but I want to follow that up with another wicked console. Whoops. The Sega Dreamcast. This is awesome. Quick look at the box here. You'll notice that there's some shots of some games on the side, some shots on the other side, stuff like Sonic and Virtua Fighter 3 TV. All the magic happened on 9/9/99, which just so happened to be the exact same day that Final Fantasy VIII came out, if I'm not mistaken. Here it is, in all its beauty, all its glory, 4 controller ports. It's made by Sega. It's also, whoops, let's go over here and take a look. It's compatible with Windows CE. We'll get to that in just a sec. Got the wicked logo up there on the side. Got some vents. And on the back, some very important stuff. We've got, first off, right here, built-in internet access. This is one of the very first consoles ever to feature a built-in modem right out of the box for online multiplayer free of charge. That's awesome. I mean, there were a few titles where you had like monthly subscriptions and stuff like that. For the most part, online for free. Sega Dreamcast did it before anyone else. On the back here, we've got our AV out, power, and serial port. Now, what's great about the Sega Dreamcast is you can play this in enhanced definition. Maybe not like 100% officially, but whatever. Because it does support VGA out. And if you use VGA and do a step-down converter to component, you can hook this up to your HD TV, and let me tell you, it looks absolutely beautiful. So, in the front, we got a light turns on, lets you know when the power is on. Power button here. And on this side, we've got a button marked open, which if I open, oh, what is that? What do I see in there? Take a look at this. That's right, the one, the only Soul Calibur. The one game you simply must own if you are looking into purchasing a Sega Dreamcast. Now, one of the reasons this system's in high demand is back to this icon right there. Because of it having access to Windows CE, it is probably the easiest system in the world to get downloaded software or pirated software for. We don't endorse this whatsoever. We strongly recommend you go out and buy such classic titles as Monaco, Grand Prix, Wicked, and other great games such as Ready to Rumble. It's not just new, it's hot new. I love that. So the Sega Dreamcast was the official follow-up to the Sega Saturn. Most people consider this the 5th era of Sega hardware, but I like to consider it the 4th. I consider the Sega Master System, the Sega Genesis, the 32X, and the CD all bundled up into one, those 3 platforms. And then we have our behemoth here, the Sega Saturn, followed up by the Dreamcast. Now, to give you an idea of the size, look at the difference of these two. I can actually sit this on top of the Sega Saturn. Is that nuts or what? In fact, if this could, I'm sure it would eat the Sega Dreamcast, the Saturn. It looks hungry, doesn't it? The Dreamcast is remembered above all else for an incredible lineup of fighters, particularly from SNK and from Capcom. And I'm going to be jumping on in and showing you some gameplay in just a little bit. The other thing that the Dreamcast is remembered for are these really funky controllers, which I'm going to be doing a separate video review for later on. They have 2 ports here, one for the VMU, which I don't know if you remember or not. This was sort of like a Game Boy memory card all in one. And again, I'm going to be going through this at a later date showing you some of the features and whatnot. You just slide that in like that, close down, and the other port here was for a rumble pack, which I don't have. Never bought one for this. So we'll do a comparison later on between this and the other Sega controllers, which are all pretty cool in their own way. Whenever you're dealing with consoles, you want to make sure you buy batteries. Lots and lots of batteries. These are all the same, as you can tell. You're going to need this for the Dreamcast VMU, the Sega Saturn internal memory, the internal memory in the Neo Geo Pocket Color, and the list just goes on and on. Pretty well everything and anything in the gaming industry that uses batteries, including your NES carts, by the way, requires this battery. So now you know. And I'm not going to return with the rest of the lame joke with that. Sega Dreamcast remains one of the very best pieces of hardware ever developed. It was so short-lived thanks to the incredible success of the PlayStation 2, but I still recommend you go out, you pick this up. It is a great leap over the original PlayStation. It's just such a shame it never had a chance to really develop. And like I said, there are really great titles on here. Forget about the few I mentioned. There's Soul Calibur, you've got the Shenmues, you've got Sonic Adventure, you've got the Street Fighter Alpha series, there's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the list just goes on and on. It's simply a great machine, and it's one of the most affordable that you can actually buy. And considering you can connect it to an HD TV with the proper outputs, you can't go wrong. Pick this up, you will not regret it. The Sega Dreamcast.